Well, hello, Tim Crosby here. So I've noticed recently I've been asked more and more frequently, so it must be a question du jour, if you will. How do I play faster? Or how do I change chords faster, depending on your instrument? But the question always is, how do I get faster? And the answer is deceptively simple. It is, to quote the favorite motto of Colin Powell, which is also the training motto of the Navy SEALs, I'm told: slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Whatever it is you're going to do, you can't go straight from slow to fast without looking for smooth in the process of it, if you will. So what I thought I'd do, and this I'm gonna use this to apply to previous discussion. You'll find it elsewhere on the website about teaching your hand how to make new chords in a more reliable way. And so this is taking it to the step of going from one chord to another chord. So once you've learned the chord from which you're going and to which you're going, then you start focusing on how do you increase your speed, if you will, to get from one to the other. And it's about going slowly. So I thought I'd take one or two examples and some common chord combinations. One of them I thought we'd do is D to B minor. I'll throw in a few details of it as well as we're talking. But this is a really common chord change in a lot of songs. D is a good key for a lot of people to sing in. B minor is the relative minor to that D chord, and it just sounds right. But how do you get that really reliable? And you can see I look pretty smooth and therefore can do it quickly. But how did I get there? Well, here's how. I start by kind of mapping the path of all of my fingers. So, because we don't have a pivot finger here, we have to pick them all up and rearrange them and put them all back down. So I'm looking, okay, which finger goes where? Here's a little tip, may work for you. I know it certainly works for me, and that is to think mostly about your ring finger as the leader of this group. Your ring finger is going to be leading this move rather than going from, which we're trained from birth to do, 1, 2, 3, in that order. So my ring finger is going to go from here to here. There it is in the D, so there it is, and it needs to go there. So that can be, because it's just one finger move, you can work on getting that slow, and you want it to be smooth, because at first, when you first try this, I guarantee your fingers are going to fidget around on the path from the one spot to the other. And so you have to think, okay, this is slow motion, until it starts getting more reliable. And then take one or two of the other fingers. Okay, where does that middle finger go? If this one's going from there to there, the middle finger is making this little shorter arc. And then you can start combining them. And then what does this guy do? Well, he doesn't. He just kind of stretches out and lays over there in the bar. Oh, and there's Pinky. Pinky's just been hanging out here in space. You see where I'm going with this. But give yourself the grace and the discipline to go in slow motion, so that as you're going really slowly, your fingers don't fidget around while they're up in the air. Here's another important tip to this. The process of doing this is what's important. The end result, don't worry about it if for a while you're not even hitting your second chord accurately. As long as you're getting that slow motion, fingers not fidgeting. Oh, look at that one. It's fidgeting a little bit. And then start looking at the accuracy of it so they land exactly where you want them to. But don't get frustrated if it's not coming out sounding at the end of it and don't rush to the end result quickly. I can't emphasize this enough. It's the slow motion, smoothness that you're looking for. And then once you get that smoothness in that one chord transition, then you can start doing some speed drills, whatever those may be. If you need coaching on that, on speed drills, come and talk to me. So it's a very, like I said, it's a very simple concept, simple sounding concept. It's deceptively simple. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. I'm Tim Crosby.